Hello. Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda over at Blasterworks, and today I'm going to try to do a quick video on just showing you the mechanism on doing a pop-up because my Rust buddy, Michelle, messaged me yesterday and asked if I could do that because she wanted to learn how to make this to do a pop-up. So I'm going to try to keep it simple. Not going to draw anything. I mean, at the end, I may draw something just to show you. But for the basics, I'm just going to show you how the pop-up works. All right, so first, you have your base, right? And you're going to determine how big you want your flipped up picture. So this area here, the main part. So this is your flipped up picture, okay, in the open position. Then you're going to cut that in half and you're going to make the flip up part, the let's call it the, I don't know, the flip, the flip piece. So that is going to be down here, right? So that, let's say we have this. So when it's in a down position, it's like that. And you have a picture like this. And then when it's in the open position, then you have, or the flipped up position, you have your flipped up picture, okay? So first order of business, after you figure out that size you want on your base, then you're going to make your flip. Okay, so I'm going to use a black piece of paper just to make it easier to see against the white. All right, so then so I'm just going to cut out this size, but remember you have to leave part of a strip. Okay, let me get a white gel pen real quick. So I'm not measuring too much. I'm just going to kind of, so this is the size, and then my strip, let's say it's going to be about right there. Okay. I mean, you do need to measure though, so because you do want your strip in the middle. So don't just eyeball it too much. All right, so we're going to cut a little further down here. All right. But don't cut all the way across, because remember, you got to keep that strip that's going to come into the back of your picture. All right, like that. And then cut your strip. All right. So now you have, of course, I would pick paper that don't fold that great. All right, so now you have your flip up, right? Your flip. So it's when it's in the closed position, and then when it opens, it's going to be like that. And you have your strip. So your strip is going to go in the slot that's going to be in the middle of the, center of the open position, right? So you're going to make a slot, just like I have here. And that's where you're going to stick that in like that, all right? And then that's going to come down like this. Okay. All right, so that's part of it. And then you're also going to have a slit somewhere at the bottom. It doesn't have to be close to it. It could be way at the bottom, whatever, because you're going to have your pulling mechanism. All right. So now that's the front part. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put it in the open position like that. And you're going to add another strip going down. But on your other strip, you're going to want to, so I'm just going to use this as a scrap from one that failed earlier. You're going to want to make a bracket. All right, so this bracket is going to go across here, and that's what helps this, when you pull, that's what makes it move up and down. So in the open position, like that, is when you want to put your bracket. And don't look at this one, because that one doesn't work that well. So when this is down, we're going to put our bracket, which is just going to be, I'm going to make a new one. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's just make a new one. You want it to be longer than your strip. So about right here. and pretty sturdy. I'll just fold it in half. I don't think it needs to be that thick though, so we'll just cut a little bit of that off. All right. And then in this position, we're going to glue it underneath this, like that. All right. And we're still going to have to lengthen our strip because it needs to go here. Okay, so let's glue that. Where's my glue? Oh, back up there. We'll put that together first. Actually, I should. Yeah, I'll just do it this way and see what happens. All right, so let's glue that. And then we'll glue this to the bottom. This. Okay, and remember, this is in the open position, and then you're going to glue this here. All right. Then, in the closed position, make sure you don't glue your, oh, there we go. Make sure you don't glue your bracket to your base. All right, let me clean that off. That's exactly what I did. All right. Sure everything's dry. All right, so in the open position, your bracket is under your strip, right? And then when you go this way, in the closed position, you're going to fold this down like that. Okay? And then you can add strip. So I'll just use this one that I already have. Let me just cut that piece off. See if that's long enough to go through. Yeah, it'll go through. This is kind of. All right. So then we're going to glue this. So we could glue it on top, or should we glue it underneath? I don't think it matters, as long as you. Yeah, I don't think it matters. All right, we'll just glue it on top for now, like this. Okay. Okay. And then we'll put the other end of our strip into here. And the paper I'm using is just, it's a little bit thicker. It's like pastel paper, except for this is kind of like metal metallic paper. So it's a little bit thicker. But I think just don't use copy paper. I think copy paper would be too thin. All right, so now we have in the closed position, this is up. We have our strip coming through here, and then when we pull on it, it opens. All right, why isn't it opening all the way? I think it's just because I need to brace it too. All right, so down, open. There we go. So closed, open. And then you also want to put something across the back, okay? Because you want to protect this mechanism and you don't want it to be going up off the page, you know. You want to kind of keep it. So let's put something, a brace or something across there with a scrap piece of paper. There we go. I'll just do strip, strip, and Put it down, let that dry. Oh, there goes my stomach again. Time to eat breakfast. All right. And then open, close, open, close, open, close. There we go. Now you can round off these corners. Sometimes I feel like it would probably be more beneficial, but in the circus book, the corners weren't rounded. So that might just be my own preference. And it seems to be working. I was like, what's hitting? I forgot. Okay, so let's, that's my own fault. I put the brace a little too high, so let's just cut some of that out. We don't hinder our mechanism. That's why it's making that noise. All right, so open, close, open, close. So remember, your flip, you want to, when you cut it out, you want to keep the strip. All right, so see how the black, that's all one piece. So when you cut out your flip, keep a strip. So rhyme, when you cut out your flip, keep a strip, okay? And then the strip, oh, it's still hitting there. Let's just take that off for now so I can show you. All right, so then, so it's going to look like this. So that's your whole flip piece right there, coming through, right? Then in the open position, you want to make a little brace, right? So that's the silver part. So you make a little brace and you glue it to the underside of your strip, okay? That's what that is. Then, and actually the strip is coming all the way down here, you see? Then you want to strengthen your strip and also extend it. I mean, you could have the black strip all the way through. That's up to you. But if you don't, you just need to add more. And plus you want to strengthen that strip too. So adding another piece of strip on top of your original strip is going to help strengthen it. So we added the white one, which is the additional strip, onto the black strip. And it comes now out of the bottom slot of your base. All right, and so that is your flip. Okay. Now, when you do your drawing or your picture, you have to incorporate all of this somehow. So in mine, I just used this little sign as a pull tab, right? And it blends in with the picture. See how it kind of goes over? And then, la. In the firework one, I have my pull tab down here. And on my pull tab, I glued another piece of paper to make the picture more of the picture. So that here you can see it extends the flip picture down. And then when you open it, it's part of the explosion. So then I had to add on this part. So it's just all up to you how you use your flip or how you draw it. I am going to, Michelle requested a shark. So I'm going to do that. I already kind of mapped it out over there, but I just wanted to show you guys the mechanism and I hope that explains it. But I'm going to make a shark one and then I'll be right back. My base, I already have my shark kind of doodled out on there. I already have my strip cut. I might keep the whole strip just to see what happens because it should come all the way down. Yeah, should come all the way down. I'll put like a little slit down here. But let me outline what I have so far. I'll keep that here so you guys can see. Well, let me cut my slit first so I can get that strip out of the way. Okay, here is my knife. Oh, where it should be. Oh, let me turn the light on so you see a little bit better, hopefully. Oh, okay. All right, so I mapped out my size, okay? And I'm just going to do a black and white draw. I'm just going to do the outline. I'm not going to color it or anything. All right. Okay. Let's this down, and then remember, okay, so we got our thing, and then in the up open position, we're going to add our brace. Okay, where's my card at? Oh, I've got another piece. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. So let's add our brace. All right. Glue this together. And then remember, don't glue your brace to the back of your picture like I did. All right, so it's in the open position, and we are going to glue our brace under here. That. All right. And then in the closed position, this will go up. Then you're going to take your strip and you're going to bring it down like so. All right. And then we're going to strengthen our strip. Do I have any more scrap left? Those are too small. I might have to just cut a strip off of that. But you know what? Let me put my slit at the bottom first. So I'm going to put it about, let's see. All right, so that comes down like so. Yeah, you want to make sure you don't have your strip going like that. So make sure everything is pretty straight so that you can cut it right. All right, so we're just going to put it here. I'm just cutting the slit for the strip. Just cutting the slit for the strip for the flip. All right. I'm going to make it a little wider. Okay. All right. That. Now I didn't strengthen that yet. I'm just going to go. I just want to, hold on. I probably need to strengthen it. That's why it's not working. Yeah. But I'll strengthen it afterwards because I want to draw it first so it's not too lumpy. Okay, so the down position. All right. So let me just outline my drawing so you guys can see what it is. All right, so this is our shark. Let's see. We'll do it like this. All right, coming over, going down, down. That actually kind of looks like a tadpole right now. Remember, this is just a quickie here. Okay, that. I don't know how many fins they have, but we'll just put another one there just in case. All right, let's give him some eyes. I mean, shoot, sorry. Beep. Meant to, I'll just color all of it in then. All right. Now he looks like a ghost. All right, well, we'll just add a little bit of white around there. All right. And then, let's see. His little nose coming up. All right. There's a little happy shark. Okay. And then he's got a fin over here. And a fin over here. Okay. Pretty much, right? Oh, and a fin up here. Okay, there's our shark. Now in the open position, again, once I strengthen that up, it'll work a little bit better. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have used marker. It's coming through, but oh well. In the open position, now you want to make sure your lines meet up with your inside picture. So, like that, right? And then he spins here. And then his mouth is open now. Teeth. And then eyes here. Kind of make him a little bit scarier. His nose, and then this will go up like that. And down, meet up there. All right, and then his mouth has to line up. And then he has more teeth. Like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and strengthen this strip up because it's not working, and then we'll also add the brace. Okay, so like this. I'm gonna have to cut some of this because I don't think I have any more scrap paper I can use. Nope, this is gonna be it. All right, so I'll just cut here. And we're just going to glue that onto the top of this. Okay. Of course, you guys will do a little bit neater job. I'm just doing this for the sake of speed and just to show you guys. All right. And then this will go here. And then we should also put a brace, right, behind there. All right, let's see. Let's do that. This is the old brace that I tore off the other one. And we'll just use it here. This time I'll make sure I don't glue it too high up. All right. Still need to think. Not going up all the way. Again, it could be because I'm kind of crooked on my cutting. So let's go ahead and round off some of these edges a little bit. And it could be just because, like I said, I didn't measure. I just kind of drew it on there. And I got to be mindful that I don't cut my picture on the other side. Let's see if that helps. Nope. Could be just because this isn't very strong paper. I think the black paper I used earlier might be a little bit thicker. All right, so if you run into this problem, what can you do, right? Because it's not, here's what we'll do. We will take another strip of paper, and we will glue it here. Okay. Let's take that out, sorry. In case this happens to you guys, and it could be because the black paper might be a little bit better than this one. There's a different kind of paper. But let's see. So we'll just glue this. This is good. This is good this happened. That way we can see if it's fixable. So if you get like all the way in there and then you're like, oh no, what happened? And then we will glue that to that. Okay. And I'll just cut off that piece. Let's see if that helps. Ah, see? That helps. So if it doesn't flip up all the way, you just need a little bit more strength in that pulling part, okay? And so you're like, well, and then on this, all you got to do, add is another little nostril. See? All is well. Boink. Yeah, that. So it's because your flip has to be a little bit strong. So this paper is probably a little too thin. And this one was a little bit sturdier. Doesn't feel that much thicker, but I think kind of glossy and stuff. I think this one's just a little bit better. All right, so if you come across it doesn't open all the way, add some strength on this part, right? On your strip. Cool. And that's it, guys. Da-da-da-da. Cute, cute, cute. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so then, oh, you know, what can we add here? So, well, if it's depending on your picture, you could just leave it. I mean, like this was all white. I could just paint it blue. Or, you know, if you want to add something to it, like a pull tab to make it seem like, oh, this is a pull tab, you can add another thing to it. Picture, right? We could do bubbles, you know. We could do a foot, you know, bleeding foot. But then people would wonder, why is there a foot under that cute little shark? So yeah. So maybe some bubbles, you know, we could add some bubbles on there. And it would be part of that. But for now, I'll just leave it like this. But this is our flip point. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it made sense. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I will try to explain it or do a follow-up or whatever. But it's pretty, I think I explained it pretty good and showed you guys pretty good. So hopefully this works. If you make something, tag me. I'd like to see it on Instagram or Facebook, or you know, in our Scrappy 8 Facebook page, or email me. That's fine too. You can email me. I won't share it unless you want me to share it with everybody. Okay? All right. Thanks for joining me, guys. Much love. Tschüss.